3 a.m. The club's heavy door swung shut with a final thud. Leo, the bartender, walked towards his motorcycle. The air was cold, the streets empty. He abandoned his usual route tonight, eager to get home. He chose a different path, an old, poorly lit road cutting through the industrial part of the city. The road was desolate. Shadows from abandoned factories stretched long and twisted. Suddenly, he saw her. A girl by the roadside, dressed in white, waving her hand as if hailing a cab. Leo slowed down. She approached. Her voice was laced with anxiety. "Excuse me. I've been waiting for a taxi for so long. No one ever comes here. Could I ride with you for a little while? Just until I find a cab. I'm scared." Leo looked at her. In the soft light, she was beautiful. But her eyes held a strange depth. "Of course. It's no trouble. Come on," Leo said. She carefully gathered the hem of her white dress and sat behind him. A 600-year-old thought never crossed his mind. "My name is Leo. And yours?" "Alina," the girl said with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. A short distance later, an empty taxi appeared. Alina immediately flagged it down. "There, thank you, Leo. You're very kind." As she got off, she quickly scribbled a number on a piece of paper and pressed it into his hand. "If you're ever on this side of the city, we could meet." Leo pocketed the note. Alina got into the taxi, and the car vanished into the darkness. The next day, during his shift, Leo's phone rang from an unknown number. "Hello, Leo? It's Alina. I'm near your club tonight. Can we meet?" That evening, Alina came to the club. She sat in a corner, watching him. When his shift ended, Leo found her waiting by the door. "Let me give you a ride home. The roads are lonely." Alina nodded softly. She got on the bike, her hands lightly resting on his shoulders. "Where to?" Leo asked. "Right at the edge of the city. In the buildings near the old cemetery." It struck Leo as odd, but he said nothing. He dropped her in front of a dilapidated old building. Its windows were dark. Alina said goodbye and disappeared inside. This became their ritual. Every night, Alina would come to the club, and Leo would drop her at that same old building. But she never invited him in. Never mentioned her room. Leo wondered about her extremely pale skin, her always cold hands, and the strange way she would gesture towards the old cemetery. One night, after a long silence on the bike, Leo spoke. "Alina, everything about you, you're alone too, and so am I. Would you marry me?" Alina took a deep breath. Her fingers on his shoulders tightened for a moment. "I need to think, Leo. This is a big decision. I need time." Leo was disappointed, but he nodded. That same night, on his way home, Leo's bike stalled on that old road again. It wasn't out of fuel. It was something else. The engine just died. He got off and reached for his phone, then remembered there was no signal here. A voice came from behind. "Need help?" Leo turned. An old man stood there, holding an antique lantern. "Yes, my bike. Come, my shop is nearby. You can call from there." The old man led him to a small, dusty shop. The light inside was dim. Old books and strange artifacts cluttered the space. "You know that girl, don't you?" the old man asked suddenly, without turning. "Alina." Leo was startled. "Yes, you know her." The old man sighed deeply and opened a crumbling book. He showed Leo a faded, sepia-toned photograph. The picture was of a young man who looked astonishingly like Leo. Beneath it, something was written in Latin, and there was a date nearly 600 years old. "This area, centuries ago, a great plague swept through," the old man whispered. "Thousands died. They were buried quickly, without rites, in a mass grave. People believed some of them never found proper rest." Leo's heart hammered. "What are you saying? That girl you know, she is not Alina. And she is not a girl. There is a revenant here. A spirit seeking a living companion for its warmth, to continue its line. It has been here for centuries. It rises from its ancient grave, takes a beautiful form, and draws the young to it. But I've seen her during the day. She isn't afraid of anything. It is an ancient spirit. It has no need to fear. It can take any shape it wishes. But its purpose is always the same: marriage. Offspring. A child that will carry a piece of its own soul, while the companion is used up." Leo's breath quickened. He ran to his bike. He frantically pressed the ignition. The motor roared to life. He rode straight to that old building. The door was open. Inside, stairs descended into cave-like darkness. Leo turned on his phone's flashlight and went down. The basement air smelled of decay. He entered a large chamber. An ancient, stone sarcophagus lay there. And standing before it was Alina. But now her eyes were completely black, and her skin was moonlight white, almost translucent. "You came, Leo." Her voice was no longer soft. It was a wind-like whisper that chilled the bone. "I've thought, yes. I will marry you." Leo stepped back. "Who are you?" "Really? I am the one you saw," Alina the Revenant said. She extended her hand. Her fingers looked long and too thin. "I have been alone for centuries. You gave me warmth. Your life, your soul, can give us a child. A child who will look like you, but carry my spirit. And then, you will no longer be needed." Leo tried to turn and run, but the stairs were gone. There were only empty, damp walls. "Since you offered the invitation yourself," the Revenant whispered, gliding closer. A cold breath came from its mouth. "There is no way out now. Our ritual has begun." Leo's phone flashlight died. In the near total darkness, he saw the old sarcophagus, its lid open. Inside, white bones, and an old ring, exactly like the one Alina had worn when they first met. A scream died in Leo's throat as freezing hands touched his face. The last thing he saw was his own face before him, aged, lifeless, and filled with a deep, endless sorrow. And then, only darkness and the smell of old earth. Several months later, a young couple moved into an old house at the edge of the city. The woman was pregnant. She often had nightmares: an old road, a deserted cemetery, and a young man on a motorcycle, going to the same place, over and over. One night, she said to her husband, "I think we should leave this house. There's someone else here." Her husband, reading a book, looked at her. In the lamplight, his face held a strange, cold, faraway expression. "There's no one here, my dear," he said softly, placing a hand on her belly. "We are safe. We are safe forever." From the direction of the rotting stairs to the basement, came a faint, but clear, sound of a baby crying. "Wife, did you hear that?" "Husband, hear what?" "I didn't hear anything. It was probably from outside." The cry comes again. Clearer now. A newborn's wail, but with a strange, echoing quality, as if from a deep, old well. "Wife," with rising panic, "it's coming from the basement. We should check." "What if?" "Husband, no. The basement is empty. It's just old things stored there. That's all." Sound of a lamp switch being clicked off. "Husband, go to sleep. It's not good for you to stay up so late." Silence. Then, the faint crying starts again, intermittently through the night. The soft sound of restless movement on sheets. The next day. Sound of a front door closing. Then, the jingle of keys. A heavy, rusty lock turning with a loud clunk. The distinct creak of old wooden stairs, groaning with every step. Footsteps stop on the basement floor. A soft gasp. Sound of a small wooden object being picked up. The rustle of a tiny piece of paper. The sound of an old phone being dialed. It rings. Voicemail. Leo's voice. "Hello, this is Leo. I'm not available right now. Please leave a message." A sharp intake of breath. The call ends. Evening. A door opens. Footsteps enter the house. Husband, tired, but with an eerie calmness: "You went down into the basement, didn't you?" Wife, nervous: "Yes. I found a doll. And a phone number." "Leo's number?" Husband, "Leo. Yes. He was our friend. He lived here, in this house. He gave this place to us. He said we were part of his family." Wife, "Where is he?" Husband, "He's gone. Far away. But he is always with us." Footsteps approach, and now, we have our own family. Our daughter. She will be very special. The baby's cry echoes up from the basement again, sounding much closer now. Wife, voice breaking: "Make it stop. Please, make it stop." Husband, "She won't stop. She is just announcing her arrival. The newest member of our family. And when she arrives, everything will be right. We will all be together forever. Right here. In this house." The sound of a motorcycle engine fades in from outside, then fades away into the night. The husband stands silently, a faint, chilling smile on his lips. In his eyes, a centuries-old sorrow. And from the basement, the crying slowly transforms into the light, chilling giggle of a small child, echoing through the stone room. Time passed. The child, Luna, grew. She was different from other children. She spoke little, but watched intently. Her eyes were always focused on something distant, something others could not see. 4-year-old Luna asked her mother, "Mama, who is the man who stands in my room at night?" Mother trying to calm. "What man, sweetheart?" Luna, "The man with the cold hands. He says he is my old father." The next night, the mother stayed awake outside Luna's room. At midnight, the door opened slowly. Her husband went in. He stood by the child's bed, stroking her hair. The mother saw a strange white glow emanating from his hands, being absorbed into the girl. Luna opened her eyes, smiling, as if seeing a pleasant dream. Door handle turns, door opens. Mother whispering, horrified, "What are you doing here?" Husband calm, without turning, "I am giving her power. Preparing her." Mother, preparing her for what? Husband, for the day she will make her own path. When she will find a companion for herself. Mother, you're the one, aren't you? What the old man spoke of. You are the revenant who took Leo. A soft, chilling laugh. Husband, I am Leo. But I am also the one who came before him. And the one before that. We are a lineage. A family. Now you are part of our family too. And Luna, she is our most beautiful link. That week, the mother tried to escape. She packed a bag, picked up Luna, and ran for the door. But the door was locked. No matter how many times she turned the bolt, it would not open. Luna calm small voice. "He won't let us leave, Mama. We are his family. We will always be together." A new, young male voice speaks from behind them. Young man voice like Leo's, but ancient. She speaks the truth. Mother terrified, "Who are you?" Young man, "I am the one you called. I am Leo. Or I was. Now I am the guardian of this family." Voice hardening, "Give me Luna. It is time for her lessons." Mother trying to scream, but only a choked sound comes out. "No." Luna excited, "Am I going to learn today?" Young man, "Yes, my dear. Today you will learn how to find a companion of your own." Sound of footsteps walking towards a basement door. The door creaks open on its own. A soft, white light hums from within. The mother watched helplessly as her daughter was led into the darkness. The door closed. Now she was alone. Silence fell over the house. She went to the window. Outside, on the old road, a young man was riding a motorcycle. A girl in white sat behind him. They stopped. The girl looked towards the window. The mother recognized her. It was the girl from her dreams. "Alina." A faint, echoing chuckle from the girl, "Alina." The motorcycle engine revs and fades into the night. The mother felt her body growing lighter. Her fingers began to turn transparent. She was fading. Her life's energy, her soul, was being absorbed into the house. For her family. For the last time, she looked towards the basement door. A white light glowed from beneath it. And in that light, two small shadows, one of a child, and the other, of an old, tall, thin figure. Then, everything ended. The roar of a motorcycle engine at night. As the door closed behind him, Nicholas felt a slight ringing in his ears, then silence. The inside was surprisingly normal. Warm carpets, old paintings on the walls, a fireplace with a crackling fire. Several faces looked his way. An elderly woman smiled. A middle-aged man looked up from his book. They all seemed like members of an ordinary family. But their eyes, all their eyes were the same. That same deep, mysterious depth that was in Meta's eyes, and in the little girls at the window. "This is our family. This is Eva, this is Adam, and there's our little Luna." Luna's voice, clear and certain, "We were waiting for you. You look exactly like I saw in the dream." Nicholas. You all? Adam. "We are all here for each other. We found one another because in the world, we were all lonely in some way. Now we are not alone." Sound of a chair scraping. Gentle footsteps approach. "Eva. You look so tired. Loneliness is exhausting, isn't it? Here, you will rest. Forever. Come, let me show you your room. You are safe here. No one will hurt you. We only wish to be together." Nicholas leaves his room and goes downstairs. The violin music is clearer now. The crackle of a fireplace. The soft turn of a book page. A child humming. Nicholas noticing that doll. Luna innocently, it's my old doll. Alina gave it to me. Nicholas, Alina? Adam playing the violin, his voice woven with the music. She who was first. Or, the first to come to this house. She brings us all together. The music stops briefly. She is always outside. Finding new people. Growing our family. A moment of silence as Nicholas looks out the window into the moonlit night. Adam, when you are ready, you too can go outside. To find others. To contribute your part. Eva gently, but first you must become fully ours. So that loneliness never returns. Luna moving close to Nicholas, her voice a whisper, don't be afraid. It doesn't hurt. It's just, like a deep sleep. And then you wake up forever. With us. Late night. Luna takes Nicholas's hand. Their footsteps lead to a small room off the basement hallway. Luna lighting a candle, a sweet, heavy scent fills the air. This is us. Forever. Now, you will simply sleep. And when you wake, you will be one of us. Completely. Nicholas lies down on an old carpet. Luna places a hand on his forehead. Luna a loving whisper, sleep. And dream that you will never be alone. Nicholas's breathing deepens. He feels himself growing lighter, his consciousness expanding, seeping into the very walls of the house. He can hear Adam's violin, the turn of Eva's page, Luna's laughter. And far, far away, the sound of a motorcycle engine. A young man's soft chuckle. And the smiling face of a girl in white. Morning. The sound of birds. On the old road, Nicholas's motorcycle is gone. Only fresh dew remains. Inside, a new person sits at the breakfast table with the family. His eyes now hold that deep, mysterious glow. He is smiling. At the window, Luna looks out. She sees a new figure taking shape at the far end of the road. A young woman, weary, looking alone, walking down the street. Luna smiles. The family was going to grow again. Final whisper, fading, because where there is loneliness, there is always someone searching for companionship. And this house is always waiting for them. The young woman's name was Anna. She was tired. Carrying her belongings, she had come to this desolate corner of the city, searching for affordable lodging. In front of an old mansion, a signboard stood, room for rent. Beneath it, a phone number. The sound of an old-style phone keypad being dialed. It rings twice. Adam warm, welcoming voice over the phone, hello? Anna, I'm calling about the room for rent. Adam, of course. We have a lovely room available. Would you like to see it now? Nicholas young, friendly voice come in. I'm Nicholas. Adam told me to expect you. The door closes. The ambient sound shifts to a warm, cozy interior, a crackling fireplace, soft classical music. The atmosphere itself drew Anna in. Warm light, a crackling fireplace, books scattered on carpets. It felt like the home she had always been searching for. Eva elderly, gentle, dear child, you look so weary. Come, sit. I'll make you some tea. Footsteps descending wooden stairs. Adam, we live here like a family. We've all known loneliness. Here, we've made another home. The first week was wonderful. Anna felt she had finally found peace. They ate dinners together, talked. Adam showed her the best spots in the city. Nicholas took her to bookshops. Luna showed her dolls. But then, strange things began to happen. Nighttime. The faint, haunting melody of a violin drifts up from below. It's a sad, old tune. Anna began to hear faint music at night. An old, mournful melody that seemed to come from the basement. One night, she went down and saw Adam sitting alone, playing the violin. His eyes were closed, and his face had a strange shimmer, as if light was coming from within. Another night, she saw Luna by her bedroom window. The child was in a white nightgown, staring out into the darkness. Anna concerned Luna, sweetie, is everything all right? Luna clear, knowing she's coming. A new sister. Anna, who's coming? Luna, the one who brings us all together. The next day. The groan of an old basement door opening. Cold air rushes out. Footsteps on stone stairs. The next day, Anna found the basement door. Cold air. She went inside. The stairs descended. The basement was vast, and surprisingly clean. In one corner was an old dresser, covered in photographs. Many photographs. Anna picked one up. It was of Adam, but the people standing behind her, they were the same people living in the house now. Adam, Eva, Luna. But the photo looked old. Decades old. Another photo was of Nicholas, but in clothes from another era. And then she saw another. A photo of a young man who looked astonishingly like Nicholas, but this photo was even older. Black and white. On the back, it read, "Our first. Always with us." Then, she heard a voice. A faint whisper. "Whisper you two could stay with us forever." Anna turns quickly. Adam calm, said you shouldn't have come here. Not yet. You weren't ready yet. Anna voice trembling these pictures, all of this, who are you? Adam moving closer we are those who know loneliness. We are those who found another way. Not to die, but to change. To become part of a larger family. A family that will never die. Anna, you're all dead? Adam no. We've simply changed. We've shared our loneliness with each other. And now we give that same gift to others. Anna backing away I have to leave. Adam softly you can leave. The door is open. But ask yourself first, do you really want to go? Do you want to go back to that world where you always feel alone? Where you have no one? Anna stops. A quiet, stifled sob. Adam a whisper, closer now stay here. Stay with us. Forever. You will never be hurt. Never be lonely. Anna tearfully but, what will happen? What do I have to do? Adam just, become ours. From upstairs, Luna's voice, excited. Luna, she's here. She's here. Everyone goes upstairs. A window is opened. Distant sound of the night. Adam, she is our oldest. The one who brought us here. She is about to bring someone new. The sound of a motorcycle approaching, then idling. It stops. A moment of silence, then the engine revs and fades into the distance. Eva gently everyone who feels loneliness passes by this road. And we are here. Waiting for them. A long pause. Anna's resolve settles. Anna quietly, firmly all right. I'll stay. That night. Sounds of a small celebration. A violin plays a joyful tune. Laughter. Luna, this is for us. Forever. Later, in Anna's room. She sleeps. Her breathing is deep. She dreams. When Anna slept in her room that night, she felt a strange warmth. As if her very existence was expanding. She dreamed she was walking the old road, a lantern in her hand. And in the distance, a young woman was approaching, crying, and Anna was leading her home. When Anna awoke in the morning, she knew everything had changed. Her eyes now held that same deep glow. And in her heart, a new purpose to find other lonely people. To bring them to this house. At the breakfast table downstairs, a new person had taken a seat. The young man Anna had seen on the motorcycle the night before. Now he was smiling. His eyes held that same glow. Anna, welcome. Young man, thank you. I'm Mark. At the window, Luna looks out. On the old road, the girl in white stands once more. Waiting for the next one. Fading whisper because loneliness never ends. And this house will always be open. Forever. Mark sat at the breakfast table, observing everyone. They all had that same deep glow in their eyes that now resided in his own. But what was behind that glow? He realized he could now see it, a faint, hazy afterimage, like the echo of a soul, present behind each person. Behind Adam was the shadow of an elderly musician playing a violin. Behind Eva, a silent woman reading a book. Behind Meta, stood the girl in the white dress. Anna approaching, her voice knowing you can see everything now, can't you? Mark surprised yes, how? Anna sipping tea when you become fully connected to us, you begin to see all that we were. The remnants of our original souls. Don't be afraid. It's a good thing. It lets you know we are truly one. That same evening, Mark saw Anna preparing to go out. She wore a white dress, exactly like the one the girl who had brought him here wore. Mark, where are you going? Anna smiling, it's my turn. Every new member must bring another new member. That is how our family grows. Mark, can I come with you? Anna her eyes glinting strangely, not yet. You need to grow stronger first. A few more weeks. Then you two can go outside. Mark watches from the window. The sound of the front door closing. Footsteps on gravel fading. Then, an eerie silence on the old road. Mark watched from the window. Anna walked down the old road and stood at a specific spot. As she stood there, her form seemed to blur, as if she was transforming into white mist herself. The house is quiet. A faint, new sound of voice singing the old, sad melody drifts up from below. The night grew deep. Mark lay awake in his room. He heard a sound faint, from inside the house. He went out. The sound was coming from the basement. The creak of the basement door opening. The old melody is clearer now, woven with Anna's voice, singing. Descending the stairs, he heard the same old music. But now there was a new voice within it. Anna's voice, singing. In the basement, an unexpected scene awaited. A large circle had been formed, with everyone standing around it. In the center of the circle was a new girl, perhaps 20, with fear and weariness in her eyes. Anna stood before her, holding her hands. Anna gentle, reassuring, don't be afraid. It won't hurt. Just take a deep breath. And then, you will never be alone again. Everyone in the circle raised their hands. A faint white light began to emanate from their hands, gathering in the center. The light formed a shimmering ring around the new girl and Anna. Mark saw the new girl's eyes were open, filled with wonder and then a strange, deep relief. A faint, hazy glow left her body and was absorbed into Anna, and then into each person in the circle. Then it was all over. The new girl opened her eyes. Now they held that same deep glow. She smiled. Everyone hugged. Mark felt as if a new fragrance had entered the air of the house. Adam voice proud, now our family is even larger. Over the next few weeks, Mark's breathing becomes lighter, his footsteps almost soundless. In the following weeks, Mark felt himself changing. He ate less, slept less, but his energy grew. He remembered less of his old life. His memory now held only this house, these people. One night, a soft knock on his door. It opens. Adam. You are ready now. Mark, is it my time too? Adam, yes. Tonight, you will go outside. To search for new souls. At 3 a.m., Mark put on white clothing and left the house. Walking down the road, he felt a strange lightness in his being. As if he was no longer entirely human. He arrived at the spot where Anna and those before her had stood. As he stood there, his body began to grow lighter. He saw his hands becoming almost transparent. Then he saw her, a young woman, walking from the distance. Her shoulders were slumped, her eyes red. She was walking through the night's darkness, as if she had lost all purpose. Mark raised his hand. The girl saw him, stopped. Young woman voice fragile, tired, excuse me, can you help me? My car broke down and I'm completely new here. Mark smiling warmly, of course. Let me take you to a safe place. Our home. You need to rest. The girl thanked him. Walking with her, Mark felt how profoundly alone she was. A wave of loneliness emanated from her soul, pulling him towards her. As they reached the house, the door opened by itself. From inside, warm light and soft music spilled out. Anna standing in the doorway, welcome. We were waiting for you. The girl steps inside. The heavy door swings shut with a solid, final thud. The girl went inside. Mark closed the door. As it shut, he felt something within him become complete. Now he was whole. Going upstairs, he looked out the window. The old road was empty. But he knew tomorrow would be someone else's turn. Then another would go out. And then another. The final whisper blends with the faint, returning sound of the sad violin melody from deep within the house. Because as long as there is loneliness in the world, this house will live. And its residents will always be searching for a new member. Forever. After bringing the new girl, whose name was Sophie, a new tranquility settled over the house. Now they were 8. Mark noticed new sounds woven into the air of the house, a faint tinkling, the echo of a new smile. Sophie's soul was now part of the family's fabric. A few weeks passed. One afternoon, Luna, who now appeared to be 7, came to Mark. Luna, her voice clear, older than her years today, you will learn history. Our history. Footsteps descending unfamiliar basement stairs. A door creaks open. She led him to a part of the basement he had never seen. It was a small room, its walls covered in countless pictures, black and white, colored, even paintings. In every picture were the same people, but in the clothing of different eras. Luna pointing, this is us. This was the first time we changed someone in the house. This boy was Leo. And the girl, Alina. A moment of quiet observation. Mark, what must Leo have felt? Luna looking at him as if he were a very small child. The same thing you felt. Loneliness. Emptiness. And then, fullness. The rustle of other photographs being examined. In another picture were Adam and Eva, but in clothes from a century ago. In another was Meta, in mid-20th century fashion. Luna, we have all lived our lives. Borne our pain. And then found refuge here. We do not die. We simply change into a larger existence. Mark, and you? When did you come? Luna with a smile. I am special. I am the first who was born in this house. Meta and Adam's daughter. I have never seen the loneliness outside. I only know that we are all one. Mark remembered how Luna's eyes were the deepest of all. Now he understood. She was the family's first true birth. A being created entirely from this magic, this spiritual legacy. Luna, producing an empty frame. Now you are part of history too. We will hang your picture here. That evening. The sound of a camera shutter clicking once. A picture being placed in a frame, then hung on a wall. Luna, now our circle has grown larger. Adam announcing now the time has come for us to expand our work into the outside world. Anna, what do you mean? Adam, why should we limit ourselves to just this one road? The city is large. And lonely people are everywhere. We must widen our circle. Eva nodding, he is right. For centuries we have comforted many by staying here. But now, we can do more. Days pass. The sound of maps being unfolded, quiet planning discussions. In the days that followed, a new activity began in the house. They made plans. Sought new ways to reach more lonely people. One night, Mark and Anna were sent to a new place on the other side of the city near an old library, where lonely students read late into the night. They were both in white, but now they had a new strategy. They walked talking to each other, like an ordinary couple. Their target was a young man who left the library alone every night. Anna, approaching, friendly, excuse me, could you tell us where the nearest bus stop is? We're new here. The young man stops. A heavy, tired sigh. The boy stopped. His eyes held the same weariness Mark had once seen. The same emptiness. Conversation began. And then, Mark felt it, the boy was being drawn towards them. The magic was working. A week later. Breakfast sounds. A new voice. A week later, the library boy now sat at their breakfast table. His eyes were glowing. His name was Daniel. And so the family grew. Months passed. Now they were 12. The house never felt empty. There was always conversation, music, or laughter echoing. But one night, Mark felt something strange. He was in the basement when he heard a new sound, the sound of a woman crying. The sound was coming from behind an old picture. A picture being lifted off a wall. The sound of crumbling plaster. He removed the picture. There was a crack in the wall. And from behind that crack, came the same sound. Mark whispering, who is there? The crying stopped. Then a whisper came. Woman's voice faint, echoing, get me out. Please. Mark widens the crack. A small, secret room is revealed. Mark opened the crack further. Behind it was a small, hidden room. In it sat a woman or her spirit. She was hazy, almost transparent. Mark, who are you? Woman, I am the one they hid. I refused. I did not want to become part of them. So they imprisoned me here. Mark heart pounding, you mean, someone refused to join our family? Woman nodding, yes. And I am not the first. We are all here. Against our will. She gestured with her hand. Now Mark saw there were other shapes in the small room. Several hazy spirits, all silent, despondent. Woman whispering, this is not a family. This is a prison. And you are all prisoners. You just don't realize it. Mark backs away, climbs the stairs. The warm, lively sounds of the dinner table greet him, laughter, chatter, clinking glass. Mark went back up. Everyone was seated at the dinner table, laughing and talking. He looked at them all. Their smiles. Their glowing eyes. Was it all a lie? Was this piece merely a deception? But then Anna looked at him. Smiled. And in that smile, Mark felt that same peace again. That same fullness. Perhaps the truth was both. Perhaps it was a prison. But a prison the inmates had chosen themselves. Because wasn't this prison better than the loneliness outside? A chair scrapes as Mark sits down at the table. He joins the meal, the laughter. Mark decided he would say nothing. Not about the hidden room. Not about those spirits. Because some truths are better left hidden. Especially those truths that could deprive us of our peace. Night. Mark stands at the window. On the old road outside, a new shape appears. A figure in white. Waiting. And at night, when he looked out the window, he saw a new shape on the old road. In white. Waiting. Forever waiting. Mark remained silent. Months passed and the family grew. Now they were 15. The house was always full of life, but Mark had begun to feel something different. The memory of those hidden spirits in the basement haunted him. The smiles that once gave him peace now felt like they were hiding something else. One night, after everyone had gone to sleep, Mark went back down to the basement. He went to the same crack he had seen before. The crack was now a little wider, as if something from within was trying to push it open. Woman's voice faint, echoing whisper, "You came back." Mark quietly, "You're still here?" Woman, "We will always be here. As long as this house stands. And this house will always stand." Sound of plaster crumbling as Mark widens the crack. A rush of cold, stale air. Mark opened the crack further. The room inside now seemed larger. There were at least 10 spirits in there, men and women, of various ages. Fear and despair were in all their eyes. Old man's spirit voice raspy, "Weak, we refused. We did not accept their gift. So they imprisoned us here. Our souls are trapped in the foundations of this house. Woman, this house stands upon our souls. All of you who are happy upstairs, your happiness is built on our sacrifice." Mark confused. Meaning? Woman, yes. Our souls sustain this house. Our energy is what powers this magic. Against our will. Young man's spirit, voice sounding eerily like Mark's, "When you accepted, you were given a choice, weren't you? But we were given no choice. We just disappeared. And then woke up here." Mark's heartbeat speeds up, audible in the quiet. Mark's heart began to race. He remembered the night he first came here. Metta's soft voice. Just become ours. Had he really been given a choice? Or was it just a gentle deception? Woman, you should go. Tell the ones upstairs. Perhaps you can free us. Mark, but if you are freed, this house? Your souls that sustain it? Old man, then perhaps this house will break. And perhaps that is right. Is this imprisonment, no matter how happy it seems, just? Footsteps quickly ascending the basement stairs. A long, tense silence in a bedroom. The sound of restless turning in bed. Mark went back up. He thought all night. When morning came, he had made his decision. Mark, voice firm, cutting through the noise, "I have something to tell all of you." All sounds stop. Absolute silence. Mark told them about the secret in the basement. About the imprisoned spirits. About their captivity against their will. Silence fell. Then Adam laughed. A bitter, ancient laugh. "Adam, we knew you would find out one day." Mark, surprised, "You knew?" Adam, her smile gone from her voice, "Of course. Every house has a foundation. Our house's foundation is those who tried to block our path." Mark, protesting, "But this is wrong." Anna, gently, "What is wrong?" "That we give lonely people comfort? That we give them a family?" Mark, "But by imprisoning those spirits? Against their will?" A child's chair pushes back. Luna, her voice holds ancient wisdom, "Every family has a price, Mark. Our price is this. A few spirits, for the peace of many." Mark, "And if we set them free?" Adam, bluntly, "Then this house would shatter. All of us who are here would scatter. Our memories, our existence. Is that what you want? Do you want to go back to the loneliness you ran from?" A long pause. The sound of Mark looking around the table at all the serene, content faces. Mark looked around the table. Anna, Adam, Eva, Luna, Sophie, Daniel, Clara, and all the rest. Their faces held that same peace. That same contentment. Did he really want to shatter that peace? For the sake of a few strange spirits he didn't even know? Mark resigned. "I need to think." Footsteps to his room. A window opening. The distant sound of the old road. He went to his room. Looked out the window. On the old road, a new shape appeared. An old man, weary, alone. He was walking slowly down the road. Mark felt it. The old man's loneliness. his pain, and the urge to give him comfort, to bring him into this family. Then he thought of the basement spirits, their helplessness, their imprisonment. Night falls. The sound of the basement door opening. Mark's footsteps on the stone stairs. The night grew deep. Mark made his decision. He went to the basement. To the crack. Mark, I cannot free you. A hollow silence from the spirits. Woman voice filled with resigned sorrow. We knew. You are one of them, too. Mark, forgive me. Woman, go. And forget about us. Like all the others have. Mark climbs the stairs. He finds Anna standing at a window, looking out. Anna, without turning, you made the right decision. We are a family. And family never leaves each other alone. Mark nods silently. He stands beside her. Outside, the old man is still walking. Anna, tomorrow night, I will bring him. And our family will grow larger. And Mark felt his heart grow lighter. Perhaps the truth is sometimes too heavy to bear. And perhaps some secrets are better left as secrets. He took Anna's hand. They both looked out. Towards the old man. Who was alone. Who was fading. And tomorrow, he would be alone no more. Forever.